It's time for another segment of Noise News.
Let's get started, guys.
Do you play sports in the winter? If not, think about joining the Winter Running Club.
It's a great way to stay active during the off-season, and you don't even need to have running experience.
This club is open to students from 6th grade to 12th grade, and they meet every Monday after school.
It started yesterday.
The band concert is this Friday, so make sure to come out and support those amazing band students.
Like me, I'll be there, but no autographs, please, or paparazzi.
Right, because you're basically royalty now. I forgot about that. You know what else I forgot about? Driver's ed.
But you already took driver's ed. Or so I hope, because you drive the school.
Of course I have, but if you haven't, Reckless Driving Academy is having classes again, so make sure to sign up now.
They will be meeting from February 24th to March 6th, 3:30 to 6:30. You have to be at least 14 and a half to participate. There are flyers located outside of the office with more information to take home to your parents.
Make sure to sign up now because the class is limited to 30 students.
But I'm missing my pal Bryce, so I think we should throw it over to sports.
Thanks, Joe. What's good, Spectrum? It's Bryce back with sports. We got a lot this week, so let's just get right into it. Starting off with tonight, girls JV and varsity have a game against Mora. Thursday, girls basketball has another game against Branham High School at 7:15, and boys basketball have another game against Rush City at 7:30. Friday, wrestling has a meet at Fridley at 5 p.m., and Saturday, dance has a competition at Academy of Holy Angels, then wrestling has a tournament at Edina. Make sure you go out and support your Spectrum Sting.
Thanks, Bryce.
We don't have much to say this week, Spectrum, but before we're done, let's go over to a story about the changes between 5th and 6th grade.
If you think back to your 6th grade year, can you remember how you felt transitioning from 5th to 6th grade? Pretty stressful, right?
It's a lot harder, and they give you so much. I had to move away from all of my friends.
Although this year's 6th graders are handling the new environment in a positive way.
I made a lot more friends. And people are just a lot nicer than they were at my old school. I like the switch from coming from elementary to middle school.
People are a lot nicer than they were at my school.
Our 6th graders definitely see the positives, and we should strive to find the good in everything too. We wish our 6th graders luck. We know you'll do great. This has been Arik and Bella, Noise News.
Great job, guys.
Now, let's go over to a more personal story about Kenzie Alders. Take it away, team.
Mackenzie Alders has been barrel racing since she was a little kid. When the school told her about the Legacy Project, she knew exactly what she wanted to do.
So for my Legacy project, I decided to host a benefit barrel race. So it had a bunch of horses. We had 150 people competing there, and then people signed up, and then a portion of all of the entry fees got donated back to Trevor and the U of M Masonic Children's Hospital, and we ended up raising around $8,000 for him.
Her Legacy Project incorporated not only what she was passionate about, but a person she cares about.
They first told us in the 6th grade that we were going to be doing a project like this. I always knew that I wanted to host a barrel race, and it was like, oh, I should do a barrel race. That's what I like to do, so it just made sense. I just didn't know exactly who I wanted to host it for. So he's a good family friend of ours, and when I found out that his tumors had returned around the same time that we started having to plan it, and they said that he was going to need experimental treatment and wasn't sure if his insurance company would cover it or not, so then I automatically knew that he was the person that I'd want to do.
Putting together a big event can be daunting. There are so many things that need to go into it. Mackenzie reports on her process.
Planning a barrel race is a logistical nightmare, and so when I was doing it, I just kind of jumped into the deep end. I knew that I needed money, so I started approaching businesses, and then after I got rejected, then I made a presentation and got sponsor money. I would say that at certain times I was overwhelmed, but not the whole time. My dad was there for me a lot, so I had that mentorship, and he didn't know how to do it either, but he at least is kind of a guy with big ideas too. And so I had a lot of help, and that definitely made the process easier.
For Mackenzie, it was hard to understand the impact that she made, but after talking it out, she recognized how much she helped Trevor.
After the project, initially I was really disappointed because I guess I didn't realize what I had done, or how much money $8,000 actually is, because I was thinking that I was going to donate a ton of money. But then after I really thought about it, and I heard from Trevor and what their family could do with all of the money, then I felt a lot better about it.
Mackenzie's project was really inspiring for the incoming seniors. This has been Raina. Back to you guys in the studio.
What a nice story. Thanks, team.
I love learning more about people that go to our great school.
We have one more story for you, so hang in tight. Let's throw it over to a story about deer hunting.
As fall takes its toll on Minnesota, people are still enjoying the great outdoors. One person is Lucas Meyer, a local student here at Spectrum who has recently gone deer hunting.
It was Saturday morning. It was just the sun just came up, and I was just sitting there, and I heard a little crunching behind me. So I turned, and there's a doe just standing there. So I went, picked up my gun, slowly raised it, and then I could only see the back half of it, so I shot by its rear. And then luckily it only took one shot because like my gun got jammed. So
As one goes deer hunting, it is important to remember every detail, even down to the weaponry.
What were you shooting with?
30-06.
After hearing stories of hunting, people may wonder what the main appeal of hunting is.
Probably it's peaceful, and it's exciting when you actually get a deer or shoot at something.
If you're someone looking for a new experience and a new hobby, Lucas Meyer would like to recommend deer hunting.
Yeah, it's a fun hobby.
Spectrum sure likes to get outside sometimes, so good luck to all the hunters out there this season. This has been Joe and Kaitana, Noise News. That's all the news we have for you today, Spectrum.
Have a great week. This has been Elizabeth.
And Joe the Almighty, keeping you in on the noise.
That'll work.